Hello world, Shelly here, and today I've got my picks for the Sephora sale. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Here we go. Sephora sale is on. Today is the last day for the Rouge only shopping. VIB and Insider kick in tomorrow, October 31st, and then everybody can shop through November 6th. Use code TIMETOSAVE. Rouge gets 20% off. I've actually already placed my order, and hopefully you have better luck than I did. I'm filming this on Saturday, which is the second day. First day, what day is today? Yeah, I'm on the second day of the Sephora sale right now, and the website was crashing and down for like 7 hours. It was a hot mess. I finally did get my order in, knock on wood. Hopefully everything is okay and my order will actually get here. I ordered like 5 foundations, most of which were recommendations from you. But today, let's talk about what I've got in my current favorites that I recommend that you check out if you are so inclined, and what I got myself and what looks interesting to me, because you know I got a lot of time. There could be another order in me somewhere. You know, there could be something in here. First off, general recommendation: if you have a favorite brand, go on Sephora's website and see if that brand has any kind of holiday kits, minis, travel sizes, etc. There are so many holiday kits this year. So many travel sizes, so many minis. I love minis. Can we just get more minis in our lives? Because honestly, half the time I don't finish full sizes of anything. So, speaking of minis, my recommendation, my first one out the gate, is one of these mini kits, because I did what I just recommended that you do. I went and looked and saw if Merit had any kits or holiday bundles or anything like that. So they have a bundle of the Flush Balm, and you've seen me wear this a gazillion times. This is in shade Apres. Apres. I know I think it's Apres. I said it right in the video like when I first got it. You can use these as blush or as lip stain. I use them as blush. I just keep them on my cheeks. I know this particular shade looks super deep, but I promise you, watch, you could, like, that's the deep version of it, but you can blend it out as much as you want until it's just a sheer wash of color, if that's what you want, or you can build it up. I love these things. Probably my favorite cream blushes. I don't think I've ever picked a favorite cream blush. That just happened. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. But the kit on Sephora's website is a trio of minis of these, and I think that's brilliant. It is $39, and that's on my potential to buy list. I also want to recommend, might as well stick with a few of my Merit favorites. The Solo Shadows. I have 2 favorite shades. One of them is currently still in stock on Ulta's website, and that is this one. Yes. This is the more lavender one. It is called Studio. These are cream to powder eyeshadows, and they apply beautifully with a brush, but you can also apply them with a fingertip. And they go on super easily. They blend out super easily if you're trying to go that route and have a sheer wash of color. Again, one of Merit's like pillars of existence is natural beauty and simplicity and minimalist makeup that still puts you together and makes you feel good. So all of their products can very easily be made into very natural looks, but you know, I don't always go very natural, so I like to build stuff up. They also build up beautifully. Studio and Social are my 2 favorite shades of these. Social is more of a cool-toned taupe, and it is beautiful if you wear neutral to cool tones. My last Merit favorite for today, anyway, this is my mini version. Now, I did not see a mini of this currently in the Sephora sale. This is the Great Skin Serum. I link it in almost every one of my videos because I'm wearing it under my makeup in almost every one of my videos and almost every day of my life. I have a full-size bottle of this in my bathroom where I do my skincare, and I keep one out here if I want to zhuzh up my base to be a super glowy kind of a look. And this stuff is freaking awesome. I love it. It is one of my like die-hard skincare makeup crossover kinds of things. I'm in love. Been using it for many months now. The full-size bottle is $38. These are the prices not including your discount, so it'll be cheaper than this when you go to purchase it. And the Solo Shadows, did I mention? They're $24 a piece. How about we talk about something I'm wearing right now? Actually, I'm wearing a bunch of this stuff, but let's start with eyeshadow. The brand new, she just launched Natasha Denona's Xenon palette. This eye look is from that palette. It's so pretty. It's a little more challenging because instead of basing your looks on what shade you're gonna pick, you're really basing your looks on what texture and finish you want in the different areas of your eyes. So yeah, it's a little more challenging that way, but I think it is beautiful. And if you like this eye look, watch on Wednesday because I filmed both. Well, you don't see there's two now. I covered this one up with to match that one. But I filmed two eye looks with this one more daytime appropriate, one smoky eye, and give you my full review of this thing. So come back on Wednesday if you want to see that. So the Xenon palette, spoiler alert, is on my list of things you might want to check out in the Sephora sale. Natasha's been crushing it because I also have to say the I Need a Nude palette is like, you need this palette. It is a perfect neutral palette that suits all of the undertones of skin undertones. So you can wear it if you're neutral, you can wear it if you're cool, you can wear it if you're warm toned. It's gonna run right down the middle of the road and look good on everybody, and it's one of my favorite palettes. It's so good. It's beautiful, but I love Natasha Denona eyeshadow, so, you know, take that for what it is. It's beautiful. I recommend them both. They're both $69. Let's talk foundation. We might as well go with what I'm wearing. House Labs. This is the, I was going to say Trichrome. No, it is the Triclone Skin Tech. I'm distracted because I'm looking for the counterpart, which is I'm also wearing, and I also recommend. Both are House Labs by Lady Gaga. The Trichrome. Oh, is that? I need to look at my notes. I don't know how to say this. Triclone Skin Tech Foundation and Concealer. They're beautiful. I'm wearing them both. I've worn a ton of this foundation. I wore it for a month straight when I got it. And the House Labs concealer, which I got more recently, I've been wearing it quite a bit. And I hadn't been wearing foundation for quite some time. Over the pandemic, I kind of stopped wearing concealer. I said foundation. I meant concealer. Recommend both of these. The foundation is $45 and the concealer is $32. They are beautiful, dewy finish, not too dewy. They both hydrate my skin fantastically. They both have really good staying power. They both blur lines, and the foundation blurs out pores. Everything looks smooth and put together. It's super easy. It's not finicky. I can wear it even when I have flaking skin. It is just, it works great for dry skin. Bravo, highly recommend, which they kind of blow my mind with these because I love Lady Gaga, but I was not enjoying many of her products up until this point. But these knock it out of the park. They're brilliant. I'd say the foundation's even better than when I reviewed it because I've worn it so much that I'm like, well, clearly, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Should we talk about the two foundations that are the only two in my whole life of the 300 plus foundations that I have in my collection to score perfect 100%? That's these guys. I gotta recommend them both. I've worn them both extensively. NARS is what I brought with me for my 7 weeks of travel last summer. Guerlain is what I brought with me for my 6 weeks of travel this summer. And they were the only foundations I brought with me. They're both fantastic. They're similar, so I don't really know if you need both of them. The finishes are just a little bit different. I would say the Guerlain might be a smidge tiny bit more coverage than the NARS, but they are both this similar to the House Labs finish, where it's like a sort of dewy, not too dewy finish. They're both hydrating. The thing I love about the Guerlain, it is the most smoothing foundation I think I've ever worn. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw me wear this the other day to an event at work, and I looked like a newborn baby. I mean, like, I can't even believe how smoothing it is. Still, every time I put it on, it blows my mind. The NARS is just flat out gorgeous, and it suffers weather gracefully, and you don't really have to worry about it at all. There's no touching up. It's a good skincare foundation. I'm looking in my bottle and it's more empty than I thought it was, and now I'm getting alarmed, and there might have to be another Sephora order because I cannot run out of my NARS. I have it in 2 shades, but this is the shade I need going into winter. I'm panicking before your eyes. Whew, don't panic, it's okay. The sale goes for many, many more days. We got at least a week left. Okay, I'm fine. Highly recommend both of these. Let's check the price. Let me get my notes up here. The NARS is $50 and the Guerlain is $62. Which, you know, I had this thought when I was making my notes. I always think the Guerlain is super, super expensive. But, you know, I look at the other ones that I've got on here that we're about to talk about, and, you know, they're all like 55, 56. You know, they're not that far off from 62, so yeah, it is expensive. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can go get the Wet n Wild tinted hydrator and look beautiful as well, and that's like $6. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it's not as much more expensive as I've always kind of made it out to be in my head, if that makes any sense. All right, what else do we have to talk about? I'm not wearing this today, but I've been wearing it practically every day since I got it. This is from Hourglass. Now, I don't think you can get the owl on Sephora, so I ordered this from Hourglass when you could customize the mix of what your cover was and what your inside is. So here's the version of it that I've got on the inside, which I think is the more pale of all of them. It's probably the palest of them all. Did I even say what this is? It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Unlocked Edit. Edit Unlocked. Whichever way it goes. It's a pretty penny. Mine was $90. I think it is $90. And I think the one that has this same inside on the Sephora website is the Jellyfish. They're all gorgeous. I would buy them all if I was rich. I'm not rich. I really shouldn't have even bought this, but it's very pretty. And I will say, the bronzer is a little bit warmer than I like. However, it's not too warm. It's not that I can't wear it. It's just that I prefer a reddish undertone rather than the bronzy brown undertone. You know what I'm saying? But it does not pull orange on me, so don't take it that way. That's not what I mean. It's just a little warmer than I typically prefer, but it is beautiful, and it's an all-in-one face, and the blushes are gorgeous, and the highlight's probably the highlight of the palette, like literally and figuratively and expressively, or whatever I'm trying to say. It's good. It's really, really good. So I highly recommend that one. What else is on the list? Oh, Lawless. Let's talk some Lawless. Now, of course, my recommendation for the Forget the Filler lip glosses, here we go. Check this out. So there is a mini set of these, $27 for the set, and it's the mini size of the Forget the Filler. In the Sephora description, they call it a lip plumper gloss, but if you look at the minis, they are the Forget the Filler plumper. So this is a lip plumping gloss, but the thing about it is that it's also like beautifully anti-aging on the lips. So if you have like fine lines in your lips, it beautifully smooths everything out, hydrates everything, plumps them up, and it lasts really well. It's substantial enough that you can talk. I teach class. I still have it. It's not completely vanished like most lip glosses are. It's a beautiful, beautiful gloss. Now, this is one of the limited edition shades, so the shade is not available in the mini, but I highly recommend it, and I'm probably going to pick that one up. So my first order was just my foundations, and I set myself at a $200 spending limit, so I couldn't get any of this other stuff that I'm looking at. But like I said, I have no willpower, so I'm probably going to go back and place another order. One other thing I saw, I don't own this, and this is one of the things I have my eye on. My eyes on? Just one eye? Two eyes? That sounded weird. Also from Lawless, it's the Dreamy Dozen palette. It's an eyeshadow palette of neutrals, $40, looks gorgeous, and I've got my eye on it. I've got my eye on it. I know that I like Lawless shadows just from the only palettes I have of theirs are like their smaller palettes, but I like their formula, and it's a clean formula, talc-free, I believe, and highly recommend the formula, so I'm thinking of picking that one up. There's an eyeshadow palette on my list of potential things I might pick up from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Fall Romance palette. At a glance, I was not interested, but as soon as I stopped and took a long look at it and started to kind of mentally put together what eye looks and color combos I might want to try, it felt like it's not quite the same as everything I think I have. I have tons of palettes, but I'm not the girl that's going to grab 6 different eyeshadow palettes and take one color from this one and one from this one and one from... No, that's... I want curated palettes. That's why I have so many of them. I want to be able to take one thing, pick the colors from that one thing, maybe take it with me on the go, maybe go traveling, whatever. I don't want to have to dig through things and remember what shades are what or look through 20 palettes to pick an eye look. I stick to one palette. So that being said, once I looked through the ABH palette, this fall palette, the combination is not like anything I've really got that I can think of off the top of my head. So I think I might pick that one up, $55. Gosh, I feel like all of these have gotten so much more expensive. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let's talk foundations. I got 5 of them. Starting off with the brand that is new to me that I have not tried, Rose Ink. So I ordered the Soft Light Foundation. That's $54. And they also have a concealer, but I did not order it. I don't wear a ton of concealer. And so I'm just not in a concealer buying phase right now. If anything comes out that's massively fantastic and you want to see it in the concealer realm, let me know, because I'm still keeping a list of things I get requests for, and the more people request a certain thing, the more likely I am to buy it and try it. So if you want to see their concealer, let me know. I did not order it yet. I just ordered the foundation. But it's another one of those Clean at Sephora brands, and it looked interesting to me, and I like to try new brands. So I got that one. Then, by request, many of you wanted me to check out the Danessa Myx Yummy Skin Tint. She has a yummy foundation as well, but it gave me flashbacks to a weird textured foundation. I can't think of what it was. Was it Jane Iredale? I can't remember. It gave me flashbacks to a weird textured foundation, and I was like, no. So I didn't order that one. I got the Skin Tint, which is what was requested by several people. It is $36, so that is coming on the way. Do you want me to try the other one as well? Let me know in the comments. I will set aside my bad memories and I'll try it if you want me to. Let me know. I also ordered the, also requested by many people, the reformulation of the Dior Backstage Face and Body. I ordered it in the same shade that I had before, in the original version, because I still have it, which is 1.5 Neutral. That shade is just a smidge dark on me in the wintertime, so it might not be the best shade. In other Dior foundations I've started buying, like 1N and 1CR instead of the 1.5, but I got the 1.5 in the Face and Body, because these days I feel like if a foundation is a little bit too light, it ages me more, and I can more easily make it work if it's a little too dark. So I've been kind of leaning that way when I pick my shades. So I did get the reformulated version, which has a little bit more skincare in it, squalane in there. I think it said hyaluronic acid in there. I'm seeing mixed reviews. I don't like to see other people's reviews before I do my own, but I did want to look and see and make sure that the one I was getting was the reformulated one, and so I did a little investigating, and so it's getting some good and some bad reviews. We'll see. I love the original, so I have really good luck with Dior foundations in general, so we'll see on that one. I also ordered the Givenchy Prisme Libre Glow Foundation. They have a glow version and a matte version. And I'm just going to save the world a bad review because I'm sure the matte version won't work for me. Givenchy foundations tend to be a little drying on me anyway. Now, am I having a good recollection here, or am I making this up? I feel like the Givenchy Glow said that it had no alcohol in it, or was it one of the other ones? At any rate, my hope is that the Glow will not dry me out and it will be a success. It's also $55. And the last foundation that I ordered is from Shiseido. I have pretty good luck with their foundations. The Revital Essence Skin Glow Foundation comes in at $56. And I had a harder time picking a shade with this one, but we'll see if I ended up picking right. I can't remember what I picked. I just remember being on the struggle bus while the Sephora site kept crashing, and I would figure out my shade and finally make a decision and add it to my cart, and then the site would crash and dump my cart, and I couldn't remember which shade I had settled on. Oh, it was a nightmare. I mean, nightmare for like first world problems level of nightmare. Wasn't really a nightmare. It really was no big deal. Everything's fine. I ordered my makeup. Right, Ziva? Yeah? What do you guys say about that? She doesn't talk much. She's not a talker. So there you have it. There's my set of Sephora recommendations for this year's fall Sephora sale. Hop on it, Rouge. You got one more night to be first in line tonight, and you can still shop until November 6th. It's fine. But everybody else, VIB and insiders, get to shop starting tomorrow. Tomorrow, Halloween. Happy Halloween. If you want to see this eye look, come back on Wednesday night, and I will have that up. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Comments, let me know. What are you getting? What do I need to get? Because I'm still going to have some time. You give me some comments, you might convince me to buy some more stuff. As always, I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.